right, before I read this next story, I need to get into the right mood. So let me put on some Van Halen. Oh baby, you ready for this? You ready for some hot, sexy action at 8:40 in the morning? Yeah. There is a high school in Brooklyn in the house. They're now being called Horndog High, ladies and gentlemen. This song rules. First of all, thanks to Ed for help with this story. I ran into this yesterday and I was going to talk about it today, but I forgot about it. But Ed reminded me. He sent me an email. Yeah! 2 Brooklyn romance language teachers were allegedly caught practicing another type of romance in a school classroom.
Wait a second, man.
And they're both ladies.
Like this here.
Whoa, yeah. According to the New York Daily News, Alini Brito, 29, she is smoking hot, by the way. She's like she's very exotic looking. So anyway, 29-year-old Alini Brito and 33-year-old Cindy Morrow, who looks a little bit like she might have been on the lacrosse team, but she's still kind of cute. Like, I wouldn't mind. Anyway, they were both discovered undressed by a janitor at James Madison High School in Midwood, New York. The school's students were at an assembly while the 2 teachers were allegedly doing extracurricular activities. The married Brito and Morrow are both being investigated for misconduct, and students have set up a Facebook page in response to the incident, as you do. Yeah. Smoking hot. Alright, so I guess that's enough of the stories for Horndog High. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. There's more to the story? Uh-oh. Now another teacher's getting in trouble at Horndog High as well. So now, just one day after the New York Daily News reported that 2 James Madison High School language teachers were busted undressed in an empty classroom, sources now say a 3rd educator is being investigated for getting too personal with a student. I'm a hot teacher. And she's hot, too. Where were all these teachers when I was in school? I had, like, all fat teachers with, like, hairy moles when I was in school. All of my teachers were so obese they had trouble walking. And they all had beards. But they were women. Figure that one out. Yeah. Okay, so here's this 3rd woman. Social studies instructor Allison Masaccio is under investigation for being sexy. No, she's under investigation for having an inappropriate relationship with a male student. It is the 2nd scandal in as many days, as we were saying. School sources said they learned of Masaccio's alleged antics in March after a female James Madison student saw her ex-boyfriend's phone number on the tenured teacher's cell phone. What was this student looking at the teacher's cell phone for? See, I think it's the fault of the female student who was being nosy. A certain nosy student needs their nose cut off. At least that's what they do in the mob, or so I hear. If the mob existed. Oh, yeah. Officials found more than 200 texts and calls between the teacher and the male pupil and yanked her from the classroom. They said the amount of contact was inappropriate. 31-year-old Masashio was also investigated for having a fling with a former student, but the probe was dropped because the teen was of legal age and no longer at the school. Attempts to reach Masashio at her home were unsuccessful Wednesday. Big shocker, because I know I'd answer my phone. Oh, sure, I'll talk to you about my sex scandal with an underage kid. Absolutely. What do you need to know? But she has told a neighbor that the allegations were untrue. She said, absolutely not, according to the neighbor. She said, are you crazy? With my Greek background, I would never do something like that. I have morals and respect. What the hell does being Greek have to do with getting all hot and bothered and having an inappropriate relationship with a 16 or 17-year-old boy? What does being Greek have to do with it? It doesn't make any sense to me. I am Greek. Are you kidding me? I could never do that. Because everyone knows being Greek automatically disqualifies me from having any sort of relations with a young boy. I try to stay out of her business. I just know she's a teacher here in Brooklyn, according to this source, a neighbor. She's a good person. This is a total shock to me. Okay, look, just because she's going after some, teenage boy doesn't mean she's bad. But see, it's that whole weird thing, though, where if we're saying, well, just because the guy was going after a teenage girl doesn't make him bad. Like, that would seem creepy to me. A guy going after, like, a teenage, like, let's say a 31-year-old teacher was talking to, like, a 15 or a 16-year-old chick, okay? That would seem creepy. This just seems awesome to me. Everything about this is awesome. And if you think for 1 second that any of the male students at this school are hurt by those teachers having that affair in the classroom, by the way, this is pretty much what all of those boy students are saying today.
Let's hear it for teacher being a lesbian! Yeah!
That's pretty much what's happening in this school today. It's great. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Parents, teachers, and pupils were reeling. There were no pupils reeling. They don't care. Even the girls probably dug this. But anyway, supposedly they were reeling after the news revealed that a janitor allegedly caught French teacher Cindy Morrow and Spanish instructor Alini Brito, she is smoking, disrobed in a classroom while students were attending an annual singing and dancing competition. They were doing a little bit of dancing of their own, huh? Who's with me? Yeah! Hit it, Van Halen. I love this story. Yeah, I don't play nearly enough Van Halen on this show. Let's see here. In a bizarre meeting of scandals, Masashio is a member of the Facebook group set up by the students wanting to talk about the language teacher's purported romance. That's kind of funny. Lawyers for the pair said they categorically deny the salacious allegations. Yeah, because it's really easy to do that when someone finds you naked with someone else. You guys are all up on each other. They are both exemplary teachers whose reputations and careers are being irreparably harmed by unfounded rumors and innuendo. They intend to vigorously address these allegations in the proper forum. I don't think it's hurting their career at all. As a matter of fact, I think it helps incredibly. I wouldn't worry about it. At least they can be in some sort of video or something. Hey! The school heard about the allegations about employee misconduct, reassigned the teacher, and referred the matter to the Special Commissioner of Investigation. Sounds like a made-up title. Yeah. I gotta tell you. If you can Google pictures, if you're a guy, and you can Google pictures of these teachers, or if you're a woman and happen to be into that sort of thing. Let's see, it's Cindy Morrow, M-A-U-R-O, but the real one that you need to Google is Alini Brito, A-L-I-N-I, Brito, B-R-I-T-O. Wow! Man, that would have made school so much better for me. Why couldn't I have been that janitor? Alright, we're gonna take a break here. I need the countdown. So did I. Look at that. We'll be back in a minute.